So this week, we had a series of unfortunate events. What is going on, guys? I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. As the title of the video, the thumbnail and everything, we are having some problems with the Golf R, and I think I know the issue, but maybe not. So pretty much, the other day, we went out, started the car, and the car started shaking so bad, I thought it was gonna die, I thought it was blowing up, I didn't know what was going on, and I kinda got really scared. Checked my OBD11, we had 2 misfires and an issue that I felt before, which was like a shuttering issue. So that leads me to believe one thing. Something in here is not right, and I'm 90% sure it is my spark plugs. Sometimes it's a really rough idle. It never really has trouble starting, but it doesn't want to make all the power it should be making, and that's not good. So usually that leads me to believe it's 2 things, either my coils or it's gonna be my spark plugs. And these are aftermarket coil packs, so I'm assuming it's not them, but it could be. So here's a little clip that kind of sums up some things of me losing power, as well as my oil light coming on, because I've been burning a lot of oil lately, which is also a symptom of bad spark plugs. Luckily, spark plugs for this car really aren't too expensive unless you're going with some crazy aftermarket ones. They were actually a lot cheaper than, actually they're about the same price as what I paid for the Honda, which is nice. Also, better than the BRZ is the location of them because they're right on top of the engine, so that shouldn't be too hard to change. So hopefully this completely fixes my issue and we don't have any more issues with the stuttering. And I have to do this at night, so hopefully we can do this before it gets dark because my boss doesn't believe in days off anymore, so it's been a struggle. You really should always let the engine cool before you're doing this, because this is burning my fingers so bad. And I know this will be like oil over the spark plugs, and they're gonna hurt too. So I'm gonna be smart and get some gloves. So I've read a lot about why you shouldn't use a standard spark plug in a Golf R, and you should only use racing plugs. And I didn't think I would ever actually have the issue, and I don't know what this means now, and I need to Google it. The diode, I don't know if it wants to focus, it's snapped off, which means there's a piece of metal running through my car now, and I don't know if that's okay. So right now what I'm trying to do is I have a long magnet right here, and I'm just kind of putting it all the way through and fishing it around in there and just seeing if I can actually hit anything. And so far nothing's coming up, which means it could have blown past somehow, which I think could be possible. It could have broken up in there. I'm not really sure how long it's been in there, but I'm not getting any sort of metal fragments, so I'm not too sure what's going on. So I've been digging around inside the cylinder now for like 20-ish minutes, and I did pull out a decent amount of metal shavings and stuff. So that could be like cylinder wall or like piston, and I'm hoping it's just the diode broken up. And I'm like nervous now because I'm not finding anything else that looks like a tip of a spark plug. I think it's funny how this video started out as like, you know, I'm doing something in the Golf R, we're having a bit of an issue, we're gonna fix it, it's gonna be a quick fix, to now I'm contemplating what to do with my car because it might have like a catastrophic engine failure. The first spark plug was gunky and it's broken, which could have scored my cylinder walls and messed up my pistons and my rings and everything. It could have gone up to my valves, bent a valve, broke a valve. It could have just passed through, but I don't know unless I get a boroscope, which I don't have access to right now. And I don't like being a car guy anymore. This sucks. Big shout out to the light I'm using to light my face up right now. It's an Odelphi. Use TTR in Garage to get a discount. It is now the next day, and I went out and bought a little boroscope. So hopefully this will determine if my engine is like savable or not after this. So let's plug her up and see what happens. Turns out that boroscope was was way too big to fit inside of the spark plug hole. So we're gonna try to Lowe's and see if they have anything that will work for me, because Home Depot, you guys didn't have shit. So in the hardest possible way to show, this is my piston head inside of the cylinder right now, and you can see it's definitely a bit rough now. And I'll show you guys another piston, and you can see that this piston looks completely smooth. So here's just another shot again of cylinder 3 right now, which is a good piston. So you can see it's not notched up at all. I mean, it's still dirty in this area where I just zoomed in at, but it looks much better. So with what I just found out about my piston being chewed up like that, I don't think it's safe to drive it, because I can create hot spots and warp things, and it's probably not good. The engine wasn't blown, so I'm assuming that the tip of the spark plug is either in the intake manifold, or it is in my turbo, or it exited out. It looks like it's been in there a little bit longer than I even expected. So right now I'm contemplating either selling the car or doing a rebuild on the motor, which I wasn't planning on doing, because I don't know when I'll be able to drive this car again. And I don't really have backup options for cars, because the Civic isn't ready yet. This was my daily, and this wasn't something I expected out of this car at all. So right now I'm kind of like, I don't know. So I tried ending this video already, and I just did the final thing with the car to kind of see if the engine's savable. So I will read off my numbers, because I did just do a compression test. So yesterday, you know, I showed the piston a little bit chewed up, but whatever. So cylinder 1 got a whopping 180 psi, which is great. Cylinder 2 about 179. Cylinder 3 looked like it was about 150, which, you know, is already below the threshold of it. And then cylinder 4 had 30 psi. So the engine is officially blown on the car. So if I didn't explain myself well, because I was really emotional the last couple of days, and I still am very emotional right now, I'm not doing so hot. The tip of my spark plug broke off and destroyed my motor, and it sucks. That's the only words I can really put it into, is it sucks, because now I don't know what to do. And I'm being transparent here, and I still owe on the car like a considerable amount, and Carvana offered me a certain amount, and I would be in the hole a few $1,000s still. And then it's like, I don't know, do I get a new engine for it? Do I try to rebuild what's in here and bore it and get new pistons? And I really don't know what to do, and it sucks. I don't like making content that's sad, but like at the same time, I was so excited for this car, huge plans for the car, and she's dead in the middle of my driveway, and I don't know what to do. And it's a horrible feeling. So if you guys made it this far in the video, comment down below what you think I should do. Should I replace the motor? Should I try to build what I have? Or do you think I should just get rid of the car? Because all 3 options sound like a very good option. I mean, I could rebuild it and do everything I want to do with the car. I could just sell the car and just say, fuck it, and then get something else in a couple years when I have enough money for it. Let me know what you guys think I should do. So if you made it this far in the video, guys, comment, like, subscribe, do all the fun stuff. Stay motivated. I'm trying my absolute hardest right now. I'll catch you guys next time. Peace out and peace.